They sent me photos from the airport, matching Hawaiian shirts, over-the-top grins, captions like "family time in the Bahamas," as if I didn't exist. The same family that once begged me to organize every holiday, handle every detail, and, this time, just watch the house and take care of the pets, for free, because you're not really a vacation person anyway. That line stuck. I remember staring at the message, watching the typing dots blink, waiting for someone, anyone, to realize how cruel it sounded. No one did. They used to include me in everything. When Dad was alive, I was the glue that held everyone together. Birthdays, dinners, plans, they went through me. But after he passed, something shifted. My siblings took control. Mom, too tired to mediate, followed their lead. I was the responsible one, the one who stayed behind to make sure the plants didn't die, the bills got paid, the dogs got walked. Apparently, that made me reliable, but not valuable. The first time I felt it, it was small. They planned a beach day without me. You were busy, right? Then a dinner I wasn't told about. And finally, this. A week-long trip to the Bahamas. My name nowhere on the itinerary. But they wanted my help, as always. Could I feed the cat, walk the dog, collect their mail? I said yes, calmly, smiling through my teeth. And then I started to plan. I didn't yell, didn't cry, didn't even hint at being upset. I simply agreed to their terms. Then I opened my laptop and looked up flights. Not to the Bahamas, but somewhere better. Greece. Santorini specifically. If they could disappear for a week, so could I. Only, I wouldn't leave anyone a note. I'd just vanish, the same way they made me vanish. The next day, I quietly booked a 5-star villa with a view that could make heaven jealous. I used the emergency savings I'd been hoarding for years, money I'd once considered for family emergencies. Apparently, being erased qualified. They left early on a Saturday. I waved them off, the dutiful sibling, promising to keep everything under control. The moment their Uber turned the corner, I packed my own bags. By that evening, I was 30,000 feet in the air, watching the sunset over clouds tinted in pink and gold. I felt lighter than I had in years. In Santorini, time slowed down. The world was quiet. I had breakfast overlooking the caldera, swam in infinity pools, ate alone, beautifully alone, and for once, the silence didn't sting. They texted a few times. Everything good with the pets? I ignored the first message, then the second. By day 3, panic began to leak through the screen. Missed calls, group messages. Where are you? The neighbor said the dog's been barking. Did you leave town? Mom's freaking out. Call us. I didn't. On the 4th day, I posted my first photo. Blue domes, white stone. My reflection in mirrored sunglasses. Caption, finally taking some time for myself. Within minutes, their messages poured in. Angry, confused. How could you just leave? You were supposed to be responsible. Do you know how stressful this is for us? I almost laughed. Stressful for them. The irony was delicious. I waited a full day before replying. Just one sentence. Now you know how it feels. To be left out. They came home early, flight changed, trip ruined. Apparently Mom cried the whole way back, worried the pets had starved. They hadn't. I hired a local sitter before I left, discreetly of course. When they arrived, everything was fine. The animals were fed, the house spotless. They were furious, but too guilty to admit why. For weeks, the silence between us grew. No one confronted me directly. They just behaved differently. Suddenly, invitations reappeared. Family dinners, movie nights. You should come with us next time. The tone shifted. I wasn't invisible anymore. People like to think revenge is loud, screaming, chaos, confrontation. It's not. The best revenge is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It simply lets the other person feel the emptiness they left in you. When I stood on the cliffs of Oya, wind in my hair, I realized something. I didn't need them to apologize. I just needed them to understand. And they did. The next time they booked a family trip, they sent me the itinerary first. Not out of love, out of fear maybe, but that's fine. Because in the end, I didn't just get even, I got free. Final line, sometimes the sweetest revenge isn't making them suffer, it's making them realize you never needed their invitation to start living.